It is the biggest regulatory change for King County parks in more than 40 years.
A new list of rules means that most kinds of e-bikes and scooters will now be allowed access to the county's 175-mile trail network. Fox 13's Shira Matsuzawa joining us now to break it all down. Shira.
This was already allowed on Seattle City trails as well as state trails, but soon it'll be allowed on 175 miles of urban trails. Riding a bike on the open trail, walking the path, this is what it looked like at Burke-Gilman Trail on Friday. And soon, people will be allowed to ride e-bikes and e-scooters like these on that very trail.
We need to share the trail. It's for everyone.
The King County Council recently passed a plan to allow people to ride e-bikes and e-scooters on 175 miles of urban trails. King County Council member Claudia Balducci says this was part of updating a code chapter about parks and trails, which hadn't been updated since the 1980s. She says it's a way to make these trails more consistent with other trails, but also more inclusive of people who use trails for mobility and transportation, not just recreation.
So what we want is for people to go at a speed that is safe and comfortable for everyone using the trail.
Those riding will be limited to a 15-mile-per-hour speed limit. Jack is a competitive runner and trains on these trails.
My one worry is that maybe it might attract a crowd who's like less experienced with biking and they might be kind of reckless on the trail. And, you know, as a runner, like getting hit by a bike while on some runs is kind of a worry. But I think by and large, it's pretty safe for runners and walkers. So it's not a super big deal.
Fox 13 also talked with some people who didn't want to go on camera but say they already see people riding e-bikes, so they don't know what the difference will be. And they say sometimes those people go too fast. And that speed is something Overlake Hospital's trauma program manager, Karen Kettner, is concerned about. In fact, she equates it to a math problem.
The more acceleration you add to an object, so the faster it goes, the more mass, so these all weigh more than a regular bike, the more kinetic energy that goes into an accident. So the more injuries you're going to get.
Councilmember Balducci says she hears and understands those concerns.
What we need to do is focus on making sure people are behaving in a safe way, using the trails safely and in a way that is respectful of all the other users.
Now, this doesn't mean every wheeled device with a battery is allowed. Only class 1 and 2 of e-bikes as well as scooters are allowed because those come with top speeds of 20 miles or less. Now, the council hopes to enforce this with the help of education and awareness as well as signs. The plan is expected to go into effect by the end of the month. In Seattle, Shira Matsuzawa, Fox 13 News.